Saudações, maltinha! Eu sou o João Gonçalves e, como diria há uns anos atrás, poderia até dizer saudações académicas. Eu sou o João Gonçalves e este é o aluno, nós estamos a jogar Dragon Age Origins. Eu vou já continuar a história. Estamos aqui numa aldeia de não sei o que é para desbloquear o acesso ao... desculpa, enganei-me, carreguei no F9. Good. Para desbloquear o acesso... Agora sim... às palavras de controlo de um certo Golem, porque quem nunca quis ter um Golem privado? Holy moly! What was that? Okay! Mana Drain, Mana Clash. Funciona? Yes, it does!
Violence is a solution.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Ah, tá aqui um ainda. Well done, Liliana. Well done. Ora bem, o que é que ela quer? O que é que ela quer? Cunning. Vamos lá, Dexterity. Feign Death, the Deadly Strike. The Book. Estamos aqui para salvar a filha daquele moço que estava lá em cima. E com isso, como eu disse, desbloquear o acesso a um Golem, porque todos nós na vida já quisemos um Golem.
Of course.
Vamos receber cristais para caramba ao longo desta esta viagem. Trabalho outra vez.
What do you mean you've never climbed a tree? Don't cats like to be in trees?
Oh, for crying out loud. Vou ter que ir ver... pesquisar na internet, não vou?
Oh look, someone's come to play. You have come to play, haven't you? We're playing a guessing game. It's better with more people.
Ok, quem é que é o I?
Kitty and me, of course. You don't see anyone else here, do you? Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting. I can't go. Kitty says she can't come, and I'm not leaving her. She'd be lonely.
You are so kind, Amalia. I would miss you dearly if you left.
Of course she's a cat. She just talks, that's all.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how.
Be gone, demon! Be gone!
Oh, bug whistles, you're just no fun. I'm going to ignore you now.
Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only me now.
Ooh.
I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
Oh my god.
It seems we are at an impasse, so let me propose a compromise of sorts. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father and leave this place forever.
No! Kitty!
You will not take the child from me. She shall be mine forever.
Whoa! Whoa! Oops. Cara do... Oh, queres dance! Ok, então dá-me lá uma Mana Clash nas trombas. Yes! Acho que o Win acabou de... Acho que o Win não gostou, mas alguma maneira de ver a map... Bem, nós no fundo acabamos de matar uma criança sem querer. Ups. Helm of Unleath, Corn of Shattered Dreams. Parece-me fixe. Journal. Não tem nada aqui? Será que já completei? Ok, pronto, se calhar podia ter usado algo menos violento. Mas pronto, é o que está feito.
Of course. Now you fall. As you
Go. Yes. Go. Go. Guys, I need help here.
I will not falter.
Obrigado. Recupera, isso.
It will be done.
Go. Yes. Resisted. Come on. Come on.
I will not falter.
Isso. Parece que o aluno não é assim tão bom escoteiro como parecia. Ups.
What happened to her? Is she in there? Why hasn't she come back?
Não vamos mentir.
She's dead. Oh, my poor butterfly. Thank you for finding her, at least. I'm grateful. The phrase to activate Shale is Doolan Han. If you still want that bloody thing. I wouldn't if I were you. Now I guess I'll go.
Pois, olhem, a decades old letter. Não correu lá muito bem, não é? Começámos o episódio um pouco, como é que eu ia dizer, assim como que de forma sombria. É a vida. Só escadas. Tens uns problemas de articulações brutais, homem. Sobe, sobe, balão sobe. Vamos ativar a Shale. E primeiro vamos gravar antes da Shale ativar. Porque pode ser que ela vá atacar. Ora, diz lá.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And of course, it is another mage. That is what it is. Yes? Yes. Just my luck.
Ok, como é que tu sabes?
It thinks these crystals are simply for show, I see. It thinks I cannot sense the energies it commands. Huh. I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Oh, you poor dear. That would be really, really boring.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
No.
Some got away, then. How unfortunate.
Tens nome?
Perhaps. I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Golem. Golem, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Golem and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Golem, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must. I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something. Oh, go on. It will be fun. Then order me to stop, or go away, or just order me, please.
Vai, caminha até ali.
Nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is broken. I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me? I see. Wonderful. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
Mas o que é que ela quer fazer?
I watched this village for so long, unable to move or act. My memories of anything before are vague at best. So I have no idea what I want to do. I'm glad to be mobile. Is that not enough?
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large. Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way. This should be interesting.
Rock and Hard Place. Mas eu não quero a Shale. Alistair disapproves. Why do you disapprove, my man? Why are you disapproving my choices, man? And she's only 59. But she's not. She adores me. Aha! Ora, vamos ir à aldeia. Ok, quando isto faz estas gravações é mau sinal. Vamos ser atacados? Não? Não on? Não? Ok. Agora? Não? Anlith. É o nome da aldeia. Anlith. Ora, para onde é que eu quero ir? Zverd. Agora para onde é que vamos? Para Orzammar. Soldier Speak. Voltamos a Danrim. Vamos às Frostback Mountains. Isso já trata já da parte de Orzammar. Deixa eu ver o tempo. 14 minutos de gravação. Podemos ir à Party Camp. Vamos à Party Camp. Vamos à Party Camp e eu aproveito Shale deve ser a última. Exatamente. Ela começa com olhares Ship Crystal. Podemos lhe dar um Small Clear. Isto é o quê? É armas, não será isto? Ai que riqueza, peraí. Tux. Tux. Vamos dar um fire. Large Fire Crystal. Que é fixe. Ora, isto podemos vender tudo. Olá, cãozinho. A Shale fica aqui.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you.
Ok, vamos vender umas tralhas. A idiota, não, isto é para ficar. Estes todos ficam. Fica tudo. Elma von Leith. Cord of Shattered Dreams. No. Tome of Skill. Ah, isto é bom, ainda não usei. Gosto de algumas coisas que estão aqui. Toxin Extract. Tu tens Toxin Extract? Não tens. Mas podias. Podias ter, Boden. Ora bem. Ah, é verdade. Esqueci. Vamos mostrar o que é que acontece.
If there's anything I can do
Cala-te, que
for
eu
you,
esqueci-me.
I'm sure.
O que acontece quando compramos? Não é isto, obviamente. Grey Warden and Puppet. King Merrick's Shield, tenho a certeza que é para o Alistair. Isto é para a Morrigan. Kunari Prayers of the Dead é para o Stan. Pronto, eu vou comprar. Protective Cone. Adoro. Sure Cake. Chastity Belt. Vamos dar isto à Shale. Então é assim, agora vou-vos mostrar. Eu até vou gravar primeiro. Não vai muito enganado. Vamos escolher a Shale. Vamos escolher aqui. E vamos até ao Uncrushable Pigeon. Ups! Enganei-me. Era aí, enganei-me. Não. Sim, vou fazer load. Vou sim senhor. Ok, afinal não. Pronto, vamos mostrar com o Stan primeiro. Stan! Ok, estão a ver? O Stan tem aqui de 20. Agora sim.
I am impressed. My thanks.
70, hã? Passou para 70. Ora, alguém que pode levar com... Salve seja. Ora, onde é que está a Win? Viram? Se agora fomos falar com o Stan...
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected. You're welcome. I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware. I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the Darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell. I am told no others survived. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand. Perhaps. I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it. I killed them. With my bare hands. I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down. Do your people have no souls as we know them? Convenient for you. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Teventer unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath. If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now. Near Lake Calenhad. Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
Ok, vamos procurar a espada do Stan. Win, tens alguma coisa para mim?
What's on your mind? I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there. I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
E é por isso que ela é uma spirit healer.
I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word. There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them. I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me. I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare him for the task that is yet before him. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger-wagging. You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
Win approves. 62. É uma coisa nova?
What's on your mind? Cure me? What, am I sick now? Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child, your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear. People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content. It is enough. I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the Fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we?
Okay, mais uma vez.
What's on your mind? I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life, made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else. Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice. Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority. All he knew of the humans was what he had seen in the alienage. He was very wary of us. What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home. Time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential just to be difficult. Oh, I dread to think. I was a harsh taskmistress. He might have thought I was a demon in disguise. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him. Anarin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down. The Templars. That is what they do. They hunt down and neutralize rogue mages. They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him. I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed Anarin. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves. The apprentices that came after Anarin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student. And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
Wins Regret. Mais uma sidequest dos nossos companheiros. Eles não precisam de nada. A Liana.
Oh, hello. Is there something you wanted to talk about? It's nothing. I'm fine. I'm just thinking. I can't get what happened out of my head. I'd been in Lothering for years, and she still thought I was plotting against her. She didn't trust me. Maybe she never did. She loved me when she could use me and control me, and now that she can't, she wants me dead. It hurts to realize that I never really knew her. I knew she was ruthless, but I didn't know how far she could go. She is self-serving, cruel. She uses people, then discards them, but that's how she survives in the life she leads. What if she's right? What if we're the same? I should just have stayed in the Chantry. You don't understand. I forgot my life as a bard while I was in the cloister. I felt safe. I didn't have to watch my back all the time. That's what made Marjolaine the person she is, don't you see? It ruined her. It will ruin me too. Even now, I feel some regret at not ending her life in order to protect my own. What we're doing, what we've done, hunted men down, killed them. Part of me loves it. It invigorates me, and this scares me. I feel myself slipping.
O que eu escolho? Marjolaine chose who she became, so can you? Não, vamos dizer que ela é uma boa pessoa.
How can you be so sure? Do you really think so? Hearing you say that gives me comfort. I would like to be alone for now. I have many things to consider. Thank you for listening to me.
Alistair?
Ask away. Of course. You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden? You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see." Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret, it's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears. Really? I saw you eating dinner the other day. Savage. Ah yes, the classy camaraderie of two men travelling out in the open. I take it you were like this before the joining, then. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you? Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come. Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, You don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live, give or take. The taint, it's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition. You'll always find Darkspawn down where the dwarves are. The oldest Grey Wardens head to the deep roads for one last glorious battle. Not that there's a shortage of Darkspawn during a blight, but that's the tradition. The dwarves respect us for it. And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. There you have it.
Oh my god.
You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him. I know. Ending the blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Yup. Alistair Proves. Ora bem, maltinha, eu vou parar o episódio. A Morrigan não deve ter nada de novo, porque eu ainda não fiz a quest dela. Este tem a quest aberta. Tenho a quest aberta. Eu vou falar com o Zebra no próximo episódio. Se calhar falar e vamos fazer as quests que tivermos disponíveis deles, dos nossos companheiros. E depois vamos para Orzammar, não sei se no próximo episódio ou se estão a seguir. Espero que estejam a gostar, espero que estejam todos bem. Mantenham seguros que infelizmente o Covid está a aumentar outra vez. E espero contar com vocês no próximo episódio. Puuu!